Hello, my name is Rachel and this is my channel, The Girl with a Pilates Mat. Welcome to today's class. We are doing a special session today. This is going to be Pilates for the menopause. So this is going to be a combination of movements to really help your body and your mind go through comfortably, go through that transition in life. I'm on the other side. I've been through the menopause myself. So these exercises are going to be based on all the things that I noticed were changing in my own body, and I want to bring all that experience to you. So if you're ready, let's begin. Okay, so starting standing, let's have the feet hip width apart. We're just going to take a moment to really tune into our bodies and clear out any stress, anything that you're worried about. Okay, so bring your hands down by your side. Think of lengthening through the neck, creating space here between your ribs and your hip bones. So we're starting to sort of stretch out all around this abdominal area. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you breathe in, reach those arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms down. So deep breath in through the nose. And then breathing out as you bring those arms down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now you're going to breathe in, bringing this arm up. Breathing out, just coming over to the side. Inhale, lift the arm up. Exhale, take it down. Other side, breathing in. Breathing out. Really focus on your breath. Inhale. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. Exhale over. Inhale up. And lower down. Deep breath in. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. Now I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to do a little roll down. So standing tall, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take the chin to the chest. Think of your knees going forward. Tum is gently drawing in and just allow yourself to flex forward. You want to feel like a rag doll, just really relaxed in the head, the arms. And you're going to inhale there. And as you exhale slowly, come all the way up, drawing the shoulders down. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest, bending the knees, rolling down through the spine. Really let your head and arms hang. Inhale. Exhale, slowly, coming all the way up. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Rolling down. Inhale there. And exhale, coming all the way back up. Wonderful. Let's come down onto the mat. So you come down in your own wonderful way. All right, and we're going to come and lie down on the mat. Feet hip width apart, knees bent. And then just think of lengthening through your spine. And I want you to just take a moment to really connect to your body. So I want you to put one hand on your lower abdominals and then the other hand just across the bottom of your ribs. Let your elbows relax and try and let your body relax. See if you notice any tension in that body and see if you can let it go. So if you wish, you can close your eyes. It's entirely up to you. But as you take a deep breath in, feel your ribs expanding sideways underneath your hand. And then as you breathe out, feel your tummy muscles, so below the belly button, gently drawing down underneath the other hand. So breathing and expanding the ribs out to the side. Breathing out, gently drawing the tummy muscles in. Now, as you draw those tummy muscles in, I want you also to think of a gentle engagement internally on the pelvic floor muscles. So we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're gently drawing the tummy muscles in, gently lifting up on that pelvic floor. So you don't really see anything, but you'll be able to feel it internally. 2 more, deep breath in. And breathing out. And deep breath in. And breathing out. Good. Now place your hands on your hip bones and continue with the breath. But as we breathe in, we're going to take our right knee and let it gently go out to the side. So we're inhaling, right knee going out to the side, and then exhaling, bringing that knee back. Again, inhale, right side, knee goes out, and exhale back. So keep thinking about that exhale and that gentle control on the pelvic floor. Inhale to open, exhale to come back, and inhale to open, exhale to come back. One more, inhale, open, and exhale back. It's gone to the left, so inhale to open. So we're getting a gentle stretch through the groin, the inner thigh, but we're not letting our pelvis tip. Exhale, tummies in, pelvic floor gently drawing in. And again, inhale to open, and exhale back. Inhale, open, and exhale back. 2 more. So just think about feeling your way into that stretch. We want to be really careful. We're not punishing our bodies. We're moving, we're exercising, but we're staying within a comfortable limit for how we're feeling right now. That's your last one. Well done. Now take a deep breath in, and this time as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis towards you. So it's like you're squashing something underneath your waistline. And then inhale, take it back till you feel those 3 bones, pubic bone and hip bones, are all level, all on the same level. So exhale, pulling in on the tummy, gently pulling in on the pelvic floor, tipping back. Inhale, releasing and back to neutral. One more time. Exhale to tilt. And inhale back. Now let's place the hands on the floor and go into our pelvic curl. So bring your feet in just a little bit towards your bottom. Then take a deep breath in. Breathe out, draw in, tilt the pelvis and peel up off the floor. And then as you hold it there at the top, you're going to inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, bring them back. Take a deep breath in and exhale, come all the way down through the spine and onto your mat. And again, deep breath in, exhale to tilt. And continue that exhale, that out breath as you go up. Now we inhale, reach the arms over, gently stretching out that body. Exhale, bring the arms back. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out slowly, come down through the spine. Now, if there's any of you watching and you feel yourself having a hot flush while we're doing this, just breathe into it. It's a long, deep out breath as you go up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. And breathing out, coming back down. And we're going to do just one more deep breath in. Breathing out to tilt. Peeling up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, coming back. Deep breath in and exhale, coming all the way back down. Wonderful. Now leave your feet where they are. Let's bring the arms up and take them out to the side. So palms up. And now you're going to inhale, taking your knees over to the right hand side. And exhale, draw the tummy muscles in, come back to the center. Other way, inhale as you go over. And exhale as you come back. Inhale as you go over. And exhale as you come back. Inhale over. And exhale back. Once more each side. Inhale over. Exhale back. And inhale over. And exhale back. Well done. From there, I want you to roll onto your side. So rolling towards me. Lying on your side. Legs out straight. Feet, knees, thighs together. Tummies in. We're thinking about these hips being stacked one above the other. And hand in front. And then from there, we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale to lift one leg up and lower it down. So really think about lengthening that leg out as you lift and down. So we want to stretch out all around that abdominal area and down. Lift and down. One more. Lift and down. Now you bring the leg up just in line with the hips. It's not super high, just in line with the hip. It's going to stay there. Now take a breath in, and as you breathe out, think of drawing the other leg up to meet it. And then lowering down. Lift and lowering down. Now you don't want to be feeling this in your back, so if you are, bring your feet slightly forward. So we want to emphasize the muscles on the side of your waist. And down. One more. Good. Now bring both feet down and both legs up. Both legs down. Both legs up. Down and up. Down and up. One more. Down and up. And bring them down. Now you're going to separate your legs. So we're going to bring the bottom leg forward. We're going to bend the top leg and we're going to take hold of the ankle. We're just going to have a gentle stretch here. So we're going to bring that knee forward and then you're going to breathe out and you're going to send that knee back. So you want to feel the stretch in your thigh and hopefully right at the top of the thigh around here. Again, all the way where all our organs are, you want to feel the stretch here. So breathe in and breathing out. Breathe in and breathing out. Breathe in, knee forward. Breathe out, take it back. And breathing in. And breathing out, taking it back. Now place the foot on the floor and assist yourself to come up. So we're now into our upright position, our mermaid position. So we're really working on opening out those hips, releasing any tension, which we carry a lot of tension in our hips, us women. So that's what we're working on. Let's have that arm here, this arm here. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to bring this arm up and you're going to just slide out a little and take the elbow down and go into that lovely mermaid stretch, that side stretch. You want to feel the stretch all the way down the ribs, hopefully to the bottom of your hips or around your lower back. That's where I feel it. And you're going to inhale up. And as you exhale, take hold of this knee and go over to the stretch the other way. So taking it down, inhale. Exhale, deep stretch. And inhale. Exhale over. Good. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So really stretching out that body. Really important for releasing all that tension we may be carrying. Good, this is your last one. Inhale. And exhale. And come on down. Let's go through all of that on the other side. So you're lying on your side. Feet slightly forward. And we're going to start with that single leg lift. So you're going to take a deep breath in, breathe out, just one leg coming up, and inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Exhale, lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Now we're going to leave that leg up here in line with your hip. Take a breath in. As you exhale, try and bring the other leg up to meet that leg and take it down. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower both of them down. Now they're going up together. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now separate those legs, so bring that bottom knee forward and then bend the top leg, take hold of the leg wherever you can reach. Try and bring that knee down in line with the hip. Now you're going to breathe in, bring the knee forward, breathe out, send it back, find the stretch that feels good in your body. And again, inhale forward, that's a little release. Exhale, take it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, take it back. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And one more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now pop that foot on the floor and bring yourself up so you're in your mermaid position sitting up here. Okay, and then from here, let's take that arm out, breathing in, breathing out, going into that lovely side stretch. And then you're going to inhale up, exhale, stretching over the other way. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over the other way. Deep breath in. And over. And lift. And stretch. Two more. Inhale. And stretch. And one more time. Inhale. And over. And back. And stretch. Well done. From there, we're going to transition into a kneeling position. So we're going to do our 4-point kneeling position. And we're going to do the cat stretch. So this is to ease any kind of tension, aches and pains in the back of the body. Okay, so make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. We want to feel that tummy pulling in a little. And we want to think of pushing the floor away. That's going to work that upper back because you start to get quite stiff in the upper back. So we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to breathe out. We're first of all going to pull those abdominals in and then tuck the pelvis under. And you're trying to find the stretch in your back. You may feel it one side, both sides. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, think of lengthening out, tailbone to the crown of the head, like you're being pulled in opposite directions. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, drawing the tummy muscles in and tucking under. Inhale and exhale as you go back. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back the other way. And deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale. And exhale, back the other way. Now keep a gentle hold here. We're going to add some rotation. That's to loosen up your mid-back. So I want you to reach your right arm out to the side, in line with your own shoulder. And then we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to go underneath the other arm and think of sliding your hand in line with the shoulder along the floor. Trying to bring yourself towards the ground. You don't have to go all the way down. If you can, that's great. You'll get a lovely deep stretch across the mid-back area, bottom of the ribs. And then you're going to bring that hand back, follow it with your eyes, take the arm out to the side, and now try and rotate and look up towards the ceiling. Good. And then bring that hand down. Let's go on to the other side. So reach your left hand out. Going to slide it under, slide it along the floor. Find that nice stretch. Good. And then you're going to breathe in. Breathe out, reach up, stretching out that body. And down. Let's do it again. Right arm out to the side. Thread it under. Reach it through. You might find this time your body's going to go a little further because it's starting to release, which is good. Then you're going to inhale and exhale, coming up. Hand down, other way. Inhale, exhale, sliding under. Inhale, exhale, up, and bring the hands down. Lovely. So now you're going to sit on your bottoms and swirl around. Let's bring those feet out in front. And we're going to have the legs straight out in front of us. We're going to go into the spine stretch first of all, because it's a great way to stretch the whole back of the body. So feet are flexed, knees are soft. They can be as bent as you feel you need. What we're looking at is trying to get our spine upright. So what will happen is, and it happens to everyone, is you start to kind of get weaker here. So we're trying to use the muscles on the back to strengthen the back of the body. And we're going to have our arms out in front of us in line with the shoulders. So you're going to take a deep breath in. Breathing out, we're going to take that chin to the chest. We're going to pull the tummy muscles in, and we're going to try and round our spine forward. I want you to think of your hands as to reach into the outside of your feet. If you've got the flexibility and you feel you can go further and that feels good, then by all means do that. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out. We're going to draw the tummy in, restack the spine and come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Tongue is in. Rounding down, relax your shoulders. Try and take a note if you can feel anywhere in your body's feeling a little bit tense. Try and relax it. Deep breath in. Exhale. Coming up, 1 more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, chin to the chest. Coming down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. All the way back up. Well done. Now bring those legs together and let's take our arms out to the side. Going to add a little twist of the spine. So again, knees are nice and soft, fingers together, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to breathe out and you're going to rotate towards me. And then you're going to inhale, come back to center. You're going to exhale to rotate the other way. and inhale, center. So we're using our breath to initiate and to help us get that movement in the side of the body. Exhale to rotate and back to center. Exhale to rotate and back to center, and exhale to rotate and back to center. Bring the hands down and place them beside you. We're just going to go forward a little bit so you've got plenty of mat behind you. So you're going to keep the hands here, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to pull those tummy muscles in, tucking under, and you're going to assist yourself, hands down, and come all the way down to the mat. Then you're going to bring your arms overhead. Keep those feet flexed. Bring those hands forward, holding on if you need to assist coming up. You can place your hands down as soon as you want to. Head is going to go over, all the way over into a stretch, and then an unravel. So use your hands to help you sit up nice and tall. This is about working your back muscles as well. So deep breath in, exhale, we're going to contract those abdominals, and we're going to come back. We're going to take our arms overhead. We're going to inhale to move the arms, head and chest. Exhale, coming up and going over. Restack the spine. Just one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Coming back. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. Bit of a stretch over and up. Now keep this position. Going to do a little bit more abdominal work, but we're going to try and avoid any compression in here. Okay, we're going to think more about length, opening up the body. So hands are going to go behind the head, and think about interlacing your fingers and then drawing your head back into your hands. Okay, and we want this sort of push me, pull you type of effect. So you are trying to gently push your head forward, and at the same time you are pulling your head back. So you can really feel nice and steady and secure in your neck. And then from there, keeping that position, I want you to hinge at the hips. So you're going to inhale, hinging back. You don't have to go far, you'll feel it straight away. And exhale to come up. Inhale to go back. Exhale to come up. It's not about how big a movement. It's about really engaging your abdominals. Inhale back. Exhale up. 2 more. Inhale back. Exhale up. And inhale back. Exhale up. Reach those hands out, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring those hands down, come down onto the floor, and bring your right knee into your chest. All right, so take a deep breath in, exhale, gently draw that leg in. Inhale, release. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, release. And exhale, drawing in. And as you release, let's take that leg up, take the arms out to the side. Leg can be bent, if that's more comfortable on your hamstrings, or it can be straight. And then from here, you can do little circles. So you're going to inhale for 1 and exhale for 1. Inhale for 1 and exhale for 1. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Take that leg down and bring the other leg in. So deep breath in, exhale, pull the knee into the chest and release. Pull it into the chest and release. Pull it into the chest, release the leg up, take the arms out to the side. Here we go. We're going to inhale for 1 and exhale for 1. Inhale for 1 and exhale for 1. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, inhale, and exhale. You're going to take that leg down and you're going to draw the right leg back in. This time I want you to bring the leg as if the knee is going towards your armpits, so slightly out to the side, so we're getting that stretch all the way through the inner thigh into the groin area. Good. And then you're going to reach the leg up. And from here, we're going to do our circles again, but we're going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go outwards this time. So just go the opposite way to whichever way you went before. We're going to inhale for one, exhale for one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, lay that leg down and draw that left knee in. Take the knee to the armpit area, so slightly out to the side. And just take a deep breath in, breathing out, finding that stretch where you need it. Deep breath in, breathing out. Deep breath in, breathing out, and reach the leg up. Take the arms out to the side. Going the opposite way, you're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Bring both knees in. Now as you inhale, I want you to reach your right arm and your right leg out. Inhale. Big stretch, so not going to touch the floor. Exhale, come in. Again, inhale. And exhale. So working the abdominals, but we're avoiding those stomach crunches today. And back. Inhale. And exhale, one more. Good, swap sides, left arm, left leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Good. Now hands on the back of the legs. Okay, and then from here, we're going to lift the head up and we're just going to gently rock back and forth. So use your legs to help you rock. Okay, so you're active, you're pushing your thighs away and that's hinging you back up. And again, little rocks back and forth for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, all the way up now. Well done. We're going to come onto our front to finish today. All right, so what I want you to do is lie on your front, have your feet apart, be comfortable, okay, and have your arms on the mat. But if you feel tension in your neck or shoulders, take your arms as wide as you need to, so you feel those shoulders kind of drop and let go. Very important. And then from there, we're going to take a breath in and just gently raise the chest off the floor. And breathing out, we're going to go back down. So think of the chest lifting. We're trying to keep our neck in a nice alignment with the spine. So I always like to imagine like I've got a giant peach under my chin. So I'm not trying to squash it, but neither am I going to drop it so the chin doesn't go forward, because we don't want tension or difficulties in those necks. Up and down. I want you to gradually go a little higher as you feel your back is able to go. So just work within your own comfort zone. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, coming down. We've got 2 left. Inhale up. Go as far as you want to go now. Last one, you're going to stay up wherever that is. Draw your shoulders down And just take a moment here. Think of shoulders down, tummy muscles in. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, slowly back down. Bring those legs together, hands under your shoulders. Come into your 4-point kneeling position. And you're just going to tuck your toes under. And just sit back for a moment. So you're trying to get your bottom towards your heels. Okay, and we're going to try and do a little cat stretch here. So we're taking a breath in, we're going to breathe out, we're going to draw the tummy in, and you're just going to tuck your tailbone under. So we're not utilizing our upper back at all. We are really stretching out our middle lower back. And then inhale, send your bottom the other way. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tuck in. And inhale, reach out one more time. Exhale, tuck in. And reach out. Now, last one, we're going to tuck in. Think of really connecting to your tummy muscles, and then bring the weight forward, lift the knees up, and go into your final up stretch. So now we're stretching out the whole back of the body and the shoulders. Let's try and lower those heels down and lift them up. Lower them down and lift them up. Lower them down and lift them up and lower them down, walking your hands back towards your feet. Now, just as we started in the beginning, let everything go. So hanging down like a rag doll, just give your head a little shake. Take a breath in, bend the knees, breathe out, and slowly coming up through your spine all the way up. And then from there, we're going to take a deep breath in, lift the arms up, breathing out, big stretch out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale out. And last one, inhale up. And exhale, reaching all the way out. And there you go. That is your session for today. So thank you very much indeed for joining me. Don't forget, it's very important for me that you do press that like button. So please show your appreciation by pressing the like button. Join our community by subscribing today. And do check out all the videos that I have on my channel. I also just want to mention that today's video was sponsored by UK company Bluecrest. Very good company who specialize in testing, running all sorts of health tests, which you can purchase in order to assess where you are and what help you might need with your own health journey. All the details about that are below in the description box. All right, so do have a read. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Oh, okay, everybody, I'm still here because this is a live stream. So this is the part of the program where I will come on to the live chat. I will be talking today all about the menopause, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, the different changes, and I'll also be giving you some information about Bluecrest, who are the company who are sponsoring today's video. Today is all about really just checking in with your own health. I did actually have some tests with them myself, so I'll be telling you about that too. So make yourselves a cup of tea and listen in, everyone. So let's come and have a chat now. Any questions, pop them into the chat. I'm just going to focus so hopefully you can see me well. There we are. And let's go and see who's here today. So first on the chat today, Yvonne Thorpe. Lovely to see you, Yvonne. Thank you very much indeed for your donation. Much appreciated. Hello to Brunch with the Bradleys, all ready to go. Lovely to see you. Hope you enjoyed the session. Hello to Steffi Justin, Marion Wilk. Lots of people here today that are familiar faces, but some new ones too. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. I am a Pilates instructor of 15 years. I've been practicing it over 26 years now. So I have lots of experience of not just Pilates and all the expertise needed. I've done lots and lots of training. I have a master level training in Pilates, but also have done lots of courses to do with aging, chronic conditions, injuries, menopause, pre and postnatal Pilates. I've got qualifications in all of those aspects and specialisms as they relate to the Pilates method. And today I really want to talk to you about a company that I have met recently called Blue Crest Wellness. So stick around, especially if you're in the UK, because you may find that very, very interesting. But first of all, I shall go through the chat. I want to say hello to Carlin Holgren. Hi, Carlin, who's over in Atlanta, Georgia. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much for your donation. Hello to Diane McFadden. Diane, thank you very much for your donation. Barbara Matthias, thank you very much for your lovely words. So many lovely things said on the chat. Steffi, Justin, thank you to you as well. I really do appreciate all the kind messages that you guys send, and I am sorry that I don't get to answer them all. There are so many now, which is wonderful, but I don't want you to ever think that you're not appreciated, because you really are. And this is such a lovely, supportive community where we are now 310,000 people around the world, mostly women over 40. And I love the fact that we are all kind of going through similar experiences in all our different places around the world. So thank you for being here today. Hello to Martine de Kerpel. Hello to Robin Newcomb. Lovely to see you. Robin says, good morning all. This will be interesting. Even though my menopause journey is over, anything about women's health is great. Well, thank you for that, Robin. And certainly, yes, I actually think with regards to women's health, it's never over. Even though we go through our teenage years, transitioning into having regular periods, then we have a kind of those years where we may or may not have children, but we are capable of having children, and we have to go through those hormonal changes every 28, 30 days. And then we get to that point where everything starts to change a little. And certainly for me, talking about my own menopause journey, I'm on the other side at 61. But I had a very, very challenging menopause. I had lots of health things happen, and I didn't understand that these things that were happening were related to my menopause, because I was in perimenopause, and it's not like a flag goes up and says, okay, you're now in perimenopause. And I think the more we can help each other and help other women who are younger than us, the better, because it really can be a difficult, very difficult time. I've got friends who've cruised through it, seemingly haven't even noticed it's happened. But for myself, I've had a very difficult journey, and I also know I've had a lot of friends, and I had a lot of people have written to me who have also had a very difficult journey through the menopause. So there's lots of symptoms that you get when you're in perimenopause that you might not necessarily realize are perimenopause. So this is one of the reasons that I think, and I want to really emphasize today, whether you are in the UK or whether you are anywhere else in the world, number one is you really have to start to take more ownership over your health and the decisions you make for your health. I think that's something that I learned. I feel I learned it quite late in life. But I guess maybe that's something that comes with age and learning. When I was going through the menopause, I was given zero help. I was dismissed by 2 different doctors before I found one doctor who actually helped me, who actually put me on HRT in my case. And I have been through quite a journey with all of that. But what I've realized now at the age I am now is it's really important to take some ownership over your health. In the UK, we tend to rely on going to the doctor and the doctor prescribing you something and then off you go. But, you know, your doctors, we can even get an appointment, which can be very difficult, your doctor has got 10 minutes to help you. And that's you know, they might be able to help you, and I know they want to help, but that's not enough time. Particularly for women who are going through menopausal changes, because there are so many aspects to it. It's not like having a sore throat that you can associate with one or two particular conditions. There are lots of different things. So some of the common things that happen when you are in that journey or on that journey, which can be anywhere, you know, from 36 onwards, really. People can go through perimenopause at any stage, but you'll start to just get aches and pains that you've not had before. And a lot of people worry that these aches and pains is arthritis. You know, they might worry that they're arthritis. I did in my case. And it wasn't that. It was that my estrogen levels were changing. And as they change, it can cause other issues in your body. It basically unbalances everything in your body. So things like collagen production changes, your skin will lose its elasticity, your joints, as I said, will begin to ache, because as the estrogen lowers, your inflammatory factors can come up. So what I've learned, what I think is really important, is that you do start to take a little bit more ownership and think, right, I want to get to the bottom of what's going on. Now, when it comes to menopause, a really good way I have now found to do that is to get a health test. So I recently got approached by this company in the UK. They're called Blue Crest. Here's a little booklet I got, can you see? And they have various tests, and what they did was they offered me to try the tests, whatever ones I felt would be interesting for me to do. So me as a 61-year-old woman, I thought, well, I kind of want to know a general, like, how is my health right now? How's my cardiovascular health? You know, are there any problems on the horizon I should know about? Can I prevent those things happening? Or can I accommodate those things in some way? And because I still have quite a lot of aches and pains in my body, I really wanted to know where I was at in my menopause journey. So what I did was I did two tests. One of them was the Advanced Menopause Profile, which they offer on their site. And the other one was the Complete Health MOT. Now, I do want to say as an aside, for those of you in the UK, they do all of these tests also for men. So men can have a hormone profile and a complete MOT. I like the complete MOT because that really helped inform me of exactly where I'm at my age with regards to all those things that can happen as you age. So, you know, possibilities of stroke, cardiovascular disease, all that kind of stuff. So I did those two tests and I was really fascinated to see what happens. The Complete Health MOT basically goes through everything. It even goes through whether you've got enough vitamin D, enough iron, all those things that can cause other kind of underlying problems in the body. So I found it really, really fascinating. And although for obvious reasons, I want to keep some of my personal information private, I do feel that there are some things I am happy to share with you as a result of that. Now, let me just say, if you're not in the UK, still listen, because these are things you can do in your country wherever you are. But for UK people, Blue Crest have offered you 10% off. All the details are down in the description box, so have a read, because there's a lot more information down there than I'm telling you right now. But basically, you can get 10% off any of their health tests using the code RachelP10. And again, all the details are down in the description box. So what happens is you go along, Blue Crest are all over the UK, and they will basically set up a station in a place close to you. I think there's something like 350 places in the UK now. You can meet someone from Blue Cross and have these tests done. And essentially it's a range of tests, some of which are blood tests, because obviously you can only get certain information from blood tests. But what happens is once you've had all these tests done, you get sent everything by email with your results, but you also get in the post, and I love this, I found this really helpful, you get a booklet with all your results in. And so on those results, so for me, I had, for example, on the advanced menopause profile, you get something like this. So I'm just going to show you very quickly what you get. So you get this sort of system, traffic light system, and that is red means obviously red is warning, something you need to look into here. Green is tickety boo, everything's okay. Amber is that's something you've got to look at. So for me, obviously on a menopause, the red was, yes, you are definitely in menopause. So I kind of knew that, but it was good to know. So it's not really anything to worry about. It was just, right, this is your situation. And for me, the amber was that there was a very, very, very low estrogen in my body. And that for me was something which then I could take to the doctor and deal with. So I found that very helpful, and I've already addressed that, and I'm already feeling much better for it. So that was the advanced menopause. And then on the complete, you get things like they test your, essential proteins and ions in your body. And most of mine were green. My kidney function was fine. My liver function was fine. My lung function, all of those things were really helpful. But what I found great about it was a complete breakdown of all those things to look at. And the other one that I found was really, really helpful is they do this other thing on, they do your inflammatory profile. Now, a lot of people think, oh, what's that about, inflammatory profile? Now, as we age, we get more inflammation in our body. If you exercise, you get inflammation post-exercise. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You can also get inflammatory conditions which can lead to autoimmune problems as well, like fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, all that kind of stuff. So knowing your inflammatory profile and checking where it is really a key indication to your overall health. Very, very, very important. So for me, I found this very, very helpful. Because it's sort of, if you can get your inflammation down, you will find that will alleviate or solve so many problems in your body. And again, you can go through all this, the reasons why, but it's things like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and certain cancers can be prevented if you can lower your inflammatory profile. There is a thing now called inflammaging, which is a kind of buzzword right now, which is about inflammation and aging. So I would really encourage you to look at that test. For me, I found the inflammatory profile and the menopause profile were the best. But anyway, so that's all about Blue Crest. I'll stop talking about it now, but if you want to know more, look down in the description box. All the details, and there's links to Blue Crest in there, as well as the discount code if you decide to go ahead and have some tests yourself. You might even have a husband you're slightly worried about him. Maybe he's been putting on weight or he's suffering from a few little niggly things and you're not quite sure what's going on. Maybe he's been to the doctor and you still don't know. Think about doing these tests. Now, they are private tests. You do have to pay for them. But honestly, and I haven't been paid to say this, they did give me the test for free, so that is a clear statement to you that I didn't have to pay for the tests, but I would still have done it anyway, because I have found them immeasurably helpful in understanding where I am at age 61 and what little things I need to be aware of in my own health. So just want to encourage you all to think about that, because it really does, I think for me, mentally and emotionally, it's really helped me understand that actually for me, I'm doing really okay for my age, and that's good. You know, and now I know that I want to keep on that kind of profile, keep going in that direction. Anyway, onto the chat. Carlin Hawkgren, lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for your donation. Hello to Linda Verney Thompson, lovely to have you. Thank you very much. Do put your questions, everyone, in the chat. Sorry, I've been talking a lot about Blue Crest, but questions I'm going to answer now. I'm going to buzz down through all the little comments. Lots of you saying how much you enjoyed it. Joan says, thanks, I'll keep this one for low energy days. Yes, absolutely. Today's session was very much about moving your body, but understanding that when you're finding your energy low, or if you are transitioning through your menopause and you're in that point where you're having multitudes of hot flushes and all that kind of stuff. I remember that because I had all of that for 3 years, more or less. I know that it's something that you can move through and keep moving. And the stretching, the abdominal work without the stomach crunches, all of those things are much nicer when you're going through that part of your life. Hello to Jeanette, lovely to see you. Martin de Kerpel, lovely to see you too. Stephanie Langton says, that was a great class, thank you. I did struggle a bit, but that's due to my inflammatory arthritis, but I did it. So that was Stephanie. So Stephanie, I think you're a UK person. Might be really good for you to think about getting some health tests on getting your inflammatory profile. Generally, we want our inflammation level to be below the number 1. So to fully disclose to you, mine was 1.5, so mine was slightly elevated. And I know that I do have some inflammation. So that is something that I am working on, and I'm certainly going, and have been actually for quite a long time, working on a way of eating that is supports inflammation, so an anti-inflammatory diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean losing weight, I mean the way of eating. But Stephanie, well done indeed for doing it. Martine de Kerpel says, excellent class. I only need a little momentum in the roll up. Loved it. I'll pass on a former colleague I met on the staff party last week having issues with the menopause. The leg circles were smaller. That's right, Martine. Smaller movements, but moving. Very helpful when you're in that difficult menopause area. Jeanette says, hello to all the fabulous Pilates community. I thought that class was totally delicious. Beautiful stretches and blissfully relaxing. Thank you so much, Rachel, Cohen and Boo. You're very welcome, Jeanette. Thank you for your lovely comment. I'm glad you found it delicious because I've got to say I did too. I just feel nice and calm today, which was the idea of the class. So really pleased about that. Marion Will says, I would like to know which creatine you are using and can you tell which blood tests we should run because of menopause? So yes, the blood tests, Marion, I know you are in Germany, I believe, aren't you? So let me just, I will go have a quick look at the advanced menopause and I'll tell you, but essentially you want to have all the sex hormones tested. Sorry, bear with me, I'm just flicking through to find the advanced menopause. So I had an advanced menopause profile. So on that, what they looked at was the follicle stimulating hormone, the sex hormone binding globulin, testosterone, estrogen, and thyroid stimulating hormone. So it's called an advanced menopause profile. So I would imagine, Martin, if you look for something with that kind of name in your country, that would give you what you would need to know. Obviously the key ones being your estrogen levels, testosterone levels as well. A lot of women thinking, well, testosterone is a male hormone, that doesn't apply to me. But yes, it does, because we have testosterone as well. And the testosterone in your body does relate to how your muscles behave and react to exercise. So you do want those levels to be in the right markers as well. I hope that's helped you, Marion. Marion, yes, Marion. The creatine I use is creatine monohydrate. Marion, if you want to send me an email, you're in Europe, so I can send you a link to exactly the one I use. I can't do it right now because we're on the live stream, but if you send an email to me, I will do that for you. Judith D says, thank you for that lovely class. I'm just recovering from a chest infection, so it's just the right level for me. Looking forward to the menopause chat too. Thank you, Judith. Lovely to have you here. And yes, sorry to hear you've had a chest infection. Do hope you feel better soon. Doing that breathing, Judith. I would really recommend you go and do my breathing video. Just 5 minutes of Pilates breathing. That's it. No exercise, just sitting still and doing that breathing. It will really help clear your airways. But also when you get a chest infection, you will tighten up in the chest and all the muscles around the ribs. So anything you can do to kind of really open up that body will be good. On that note, that was partly what we were doing today. Opening up the body, trying to really get that body open and feeling less stressed. So it functions better. Okay, Sonia Taylor says, your little Pilates book is a small package packed with great punch. I'm really glad I purchased that. Thank you so much, Sonia. Yes, I always have my well-thumbed copy of my book here. And yes, I tend to go back and go through the book every now and then, because there really is everything you need to know about the basic Pilates practice in there, the breathing, the principles, all of that. So there's also a link to purchase that down in the description box. You can get it on Amazon and at your local bookstore if you prefer to support independent bookshops. Just give them the title, The Little Book of Pilates by Rachel Lawrence, and they'll better order you a copy. Helen Lee says, really love that class. It was wonderfully calm and relaxing and felt the benefits of stretching my back and thighs. That's super. Sonia Taylor says, surgical menopause for life. This is appreciated. Oh, bless you, Sonia. Yeah, you must have been through a really difficult time. So my heart goes out to you, Sonia. This is one of those classes, perfect if you're feeling all those things that you get post-menopause, particularly if you're not able to deal with taking any kind of hormones. I mean, I have a beautiful friend who went through breast cancer and therefore straight into menopause. And of course, if you've had breast cancer, you cannot take any kind of hormonal support, so it can be very, very difficult. But movement, everybody, movement can do so much for your body. Movement can also do a lot for your mind, and that's what I really want to help you all with. It's not just about this, the body, it's about this as well, because you need both to be feeling good, to really kind of enjoy your life. So do always think about that. You know, it's very important when you, I think for women especially, I think we punish ourselves a lot about how we look and whether we should be a certain size, a certain shape, you know, whatever it might be. All of that is punishment, and it's very negative. It's very hard on our minds and our emotions. And actually what's most important is that you feel good in your skin. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter what size, what shape you are. What matters is that you feel good in your own body. And sometimes I think for people who've had very difficult things in life, whether it's a difficult childhood, a difficult relationship, difficult time at work, whatever it might be, we can disconnect quite a lot from our bodies. And it's really important to try and reconnect, to try and bring, you know, mind and body together. And so I try and do that in all the sessions that I make for you guys, whether they're kind of fast moving or not, really trying to connect. But sometimes taking things a little bit slowly and sort of holding yourself, like we did at the beginning of class, can just be a really nice way to kind of look after yourself and treat yourself and be kind to your body as you're going through whatever you're going through. Steffi Justin says, for the first time, I'm glad to be able to join you live today. You, Rachel, and all this lovely community. Well, Steffi, it's lovely to have you here, and I'm so delighted to have you with us live today. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Sonia, oh, you take estrogen is helpful. Good. I'm glad that you're able to take that. So that's really, really good. And yes, there are lots of different ways we can help with the menopause. Some of you who are able to take HRT, there's lots of ways you can get that estrogen into your body. It can be in gel form, it can be patch form, it can be spray form. There's all kinds of things to help with that. I've certainly found that bringing more plants into my meals has helped. So I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I do have a lot of fish. I do have a lot of really healthy fats. And I try and have, if I do have fish, I try and have the purest forms possible. So you don't, I try not, I have wild salmon rather than any kind of farmed salmon. I do occasionally eat meat, but I have grass-fed meat that's organic. I won't touch anything that has been pumped through hormones, partly for my own health, but partly through animal welfare, because I cannot bear the way animals are treated for us to eat. I just think it's awful. So I will happily eat meat, but only if it's come from an animal that's had a good life and has been grass-fed and all that kind of stuff. I hope that doesn't sound really pretentious, but that's how I feel about it all. But I've certainly noticed I'm going onto what I call a cleaner diet, no processed food. I really do not have processed food. All of that has helped with my menopause and how I feel in my own body. And certainly having had these tests done with my inflammatory profile being quite low, that's also a sign that, eating unprocessed food, I've got healthy teeth, all that kind of stuff, taking sugar out of my diet. If you don't have processed foods, then you're avoiding added salt, added sugar, added all kinds of stuff which you do not need. So that will really help you with your menopause as well. Okay, Helen B says, great class, thank you, Rachel. Regarding creatine, what is your advice on dosage? As I have read, it can cause stomach upset. Yes, it's all very individual. With the creatine, what I take, Helen, is I take 1 teaspoon, 1 rounded teaspoon, that's it, in my first drink of water in the day. I have warm water first thing in the morning, and in that I put my creatine, a teaspoon of that. That's it, just a teaspoon. You do have to test these things out to check how your body reacts, because obviously we are all different and our bodies have different inflammatory profiles, different hormone levels, all kinds of things. So you kind of have to see how you are with that. But that's what I do, 1 teaspoon, Helen. So maybe try that. If you're already doing that, reduce it. If you're having more, bring it down to 1 rounded teaspoon and see how that is for you. Marion Wilt says, my gynecologist never tested my hormones. Right, so it's very common, very, very common, Marion. In the UK, they don't test your hormones either. You have to go and pay for it, which I find appalling, to be honest. More than half the population in the UK is female, and yet one basic thing we don't get is our hormones tested. And if we did, we could all have a much easier midlife and going forward if we know what's going on in our own bodies. I think it should be available to all women, but it's not. And there are some really amazing women in the UK who have really been shouting loud about this. It's still we're a long way off being where we need to be for women to have a healthier midlife and beyond. But there we go. Diane McFadden said, I consulted a qualified herbalist during my menopause and it was the best money I ever spent. She really helped my symptoms. Brilliant. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. Diane, thank you for sharing. Steffi says, yes, Rachel, I agree that we have to take ownership over our own health. I'm doing my own personal research to understand my body. Oh, sorry, it's jumped up. Oh dear, sorry. To understand my body, I was diagnosed with autoimmune disease in my perimenopause. Now, this is fascinating, Steffi, and I'm really glad that you are looking at it and doing your own research. I think that's really important. Going on to an anti-inflammatory diet is going to make a massive difference. I'm sure you're already on that journey, Steffi. And just to say, Steffi, on you getting that diagnosis in your perimenopause, that is very common. Because when your estrogen levels drop, your inflammatory markers come up. And in some people, they can jump up much higher and lead to an autoimmune condition. A lot of people develop an autoimmune condition around that time in their life, a lot of women. So, and it's really devastating, isn't it? To kind of like, oh my God, I'm just as if I'm dealing with one thing, now I'm dealing with that as well. But, you know, you can live very well with an autoimmune condition, but you have to really do your own research and find out what works for you. I know it is a long journey, Steffi, so I'll do everything I can to support you on that journey. Couple of things you might want to look at for anyone else listening. There are some very interesting books out there for inflammation, but a couple of books I've really enjoyed reading and I have used, and they have definitely helped me, is the Keto Green book by Dr. Annika Becker. That book is about going onto a keto diet, but it's a keto diet with lots and lots of green vegetables. So eating more green vegetables is really, really important, particularly when you're going through the menopause, because your liver starts to struggle with metabolizing estrogen. So the more green, bitter vegetables. So we're talking things like cabbage, purple things like radicchio. I have a lot of spinach, cavolo nero, radicchio, anything green. I can't think of all the other things I have, chard, stuff like that. I have a lot of that. Prebiotic food and probiotic food, so prebiotic being leeks, onions, all that kind of stuff. All of that will really support your liver and that will help bring those inflammatory markers down. So have a look at the Keto Green book. You can get it in your library, or of course you can buy it on Amazon or from your independent bookstore. I do like to promote independent bookstores. The other book that I've used and I found very helpful is by Dr. Will Cole. It's called, what's it called? Ketotarian, I think it's called. And that is a book which is all about reducing inflammation in your body through eating a ketotarian diet. That's Dr. Will Cole. I found those two resources have been really helpful for me, and I've certainly taken a lot on board of what they've said, and I'd certainly eat a lot and make a lot of their recipes, and some of them are really, really delicious. So I would have a look at that, anyone who's listening who's kind of interested in looking at dietary factors. I do think what we eat is, as Hippocrates said, let medicine be thy food and food be thy medicine. Use food as your medicine. You know, don't go straight to the pills. Think about changing the way you eat to support your conditions and what you're dealing with, whether that's a temporary change like menopause or a long-term change because you want to go into a nice, healthy later life. Barbara Matthias says, I too read details about creatine and the side effects. Would be interested to hear, Rachel, the dosage you take. Okay, so you heard that was a teaspoon in my water in the morning. Stephanie Lang says, sorry, can't see the discount code for Bluecrest in the description. Be interested in knowing the anti-inflammatory diet. Due to other health conditions, I can't take my arthritic medication. So it should be down in the description box. Let me just have a look for you, Stephanie. Yes, so if you go down in the description box, can you see my phone? right at the bottom, I've got the link to Bluecrest, and I have the discount code there, Rachel P10. So it's down there in the description box, okay? And I'll also put a post about it on my community today. Oh, Kerwin's also done it in the chat, so thank you very much, Kerwin. Okay, so I can see, Martine, what you're saying about your creatine and your inflammation, and you're taking medication to keep your thyroid down. So that's good. I'm glad that's working for you. You sent me an email, Marion. Thank you. I should take a look at that later. Steffi Justin says, it's the first time I'm coming across this exercise where you are seated with straight legs, your head supported by your crossed fingers. It was challenging for my lower back. Yes, so it can be very challenging. That one is all about working your abdominals without flexing your lower back. So it is a very difficult exercise, Steffi, and just start off really small. Think always length. So when you go back, think of reaching up and leaning back, and keep it really, really small, and you will eventually build more strength. That one also will affect you in your hip flexors. Many people are tight in their hip flexors, but I did notice in my own body, they became tighter during the menopause time, because what happens with the menopause is when your estrogen level drops, you become more prone to soft tissue injuries as well. So you might notice that you get problems with your shoulders, problems with your hips. So again, that's why today we were doing a very gentle mobility and Pilates session to kind of gently iron out all those little kinks in the body. Steph is saying, I engage my core muscles more than my lower back. Yes, you're not really engaging your lower back. You are using your back muscles to stay straight, but it's your core that is supporting them staying straight. So we often say, let me show you, Steffi. We often say in Pilates, we talk about co-contractions between opposing muscles. So you've got your core muscles here and here, but abdominal muscles and then back extensor muscles. So we want to keep this shape and just move from the hip. So you're using all your core to keep that spine still. So we're not collapsing. We are just working those little abdominal muscles to do that movement. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, I'm just going to run through the rest of the chat, but if you've enjoyed it today and you'd like to know more about anything related to the menopause, you'd like to do more sessions like this, do let me know. Do put a comment down below, because I can happily make lots of videos related to menopause and transitioning through if you feel that's something you'd like to know more about. So I'm just going to skim through. Lovely to see you, Catherine. Catherine Bell says, lovely session to ease into the day. Very interested to hear about your Bluecrest visit. I have been thinking about this, so thanks for the discount. Have a lovely day. You're very welcome, Catherine. Honestly, I am so pleased that I did it, because I know exactly where I am at in my menopause journey. I also know some little health things that came up I need to keep an eye on, but I also what was I tell you? Can I tell you the one thing, those of you that are still here, which I was really excited about, let's see if I can find it, was that it gives you your metabolic age. So your metabolic age, meaning in terms of how fit you are, and how your body mass and your body fat and your visceral fat, what your age is, your metabolic age. So you all know I am actually 61, but my metabolic age, so you can see it, everyone, 46. So I'm actually, my body is actually 15 years younger than my actual age. And I have to say, that was the best thing of all. So I thought, oh yeah, that's great. So there you go. Catherine, I hope you have a really good experience. I certainly had a great experience with Bluecrest. So do go ahead and get your tests done. I think you'll find it really, really helpful. And you know, for me, living in the UK with how our health system is, I know that doctors, nurses, everyone are doing the best they can, but they just can't give you the attention that you need. And so taking charge and spending that little bit of money to get these baseline things checked is so helpful. And it also makes you more empowered in a way to go to your doctor and say, well, I've had these tests done, this is my issue, and this is what I need some help with. And then they can help you, can't they? So there you go. Steffi Justin says, thank you, Rachel, for your insight on autoimmune disease and estrogen level. The silver lining of this autoimmune condition is that I found your channel while searching to soothe my knees. I'm so glad, Steffi. Yes, anything I can do to help you, Steffi, I will. And I'm so glad that you found this channel. So it's lovely to have you here. Marion Wilt says, and liver detox is also very important. Exactly. That's we were talking about our bitter vegetables, very, very important. All those green vegetables, everyone. Try and increase your consumption of green vegetables. It will make a huge difference to processing your liver, being able to be supported. Yeah, your liver needs those bitter green vegetables to work effectively. And all the organs in our body start to work less well as we get older, because that's the way it goes. That's normal. That's what happens to our bodies. But if you can support your body by giving a little bit more of what it needs at certain times in its life, you're going to do well. And like me, you might end up with that metabolic age. You may even be younger. You may even have a bigger gap than me. So there we go. Marion says a fat liver is so common. It is indeed. And when we say that, we mean visceral fat. So it's not the fat you can see. Visceral fat is the fat that goes around your liver, around the center. That's why I know wherever you are in the world, you can look around and you can see people you know who are quite round around the center of their body or carrying a lot of weight in the center. That is visceral fat. That's the dangerous stuff. That's the stuff that causes chronic disease, heart problems, cardiovascular disease. That's what we want to stay away from. So really looking at what you're eating, trying to eat unprocessed foods, basically foods as natural as they can possibly be. So if it's been made into something, it's not natural anymore. And that's what me and my husband do. We eat foods that are as natural as they can be. So we make everything from scratch. I do grow my own vegetables. I don't grow all of them, but I grow quite a substantial amount of vegetables. So we eat out of our vegetable patch. We buy organic food and we work along those lines. Okay. So is the live chat, hopefully Marion, I will check that for you. And so just going down to the bottom, Sonia says definitely more menopause videos. I'll take that on board. Thank you, Sonia. Sue Wood says great class and discussion. Thank you, Rachel. And yes, please, more classes and info on menopause and nutrition. Noted. Thank you, Sue. Marie Dempsey says, hi, I'm looking forward to doing your workout as I've pulled a muscle in my left hip and glutes and I really need gentle exercise. It keeps coming back after I run, going through perimenopause. Okay, Marie. So yes, be gentle, be gentle, be gentle. If you are in perimenopause, that means your estrogen levels are dropping. Okay, so you really need to think about the fact you're going to be more prone to ligament issues and joint issues. So you need to be really careful. So my suggestion is make sure you do a prep before your run and make sure you do a nice gentle workout afterwards. You need to be really supporting that dynamic work at each side with strengthening work, particularly I would say strengthening around the glutes and hamstrings, because it sounds like they're getting worked a lot. Obviously they do when you run, and so you want to be thinking about a little bit more work to strengthen them, to help support you to be able to continue your running and not to get injured, because I know it's horrible when you get that injury and you do recover slower. That's one thing that does happen. So you just have to think, just be really kind to your body. Yes, it's not the end, but you just have to be a little bit kinder so that you can recover well and just go back to what you were doing before. Okay, so yes, keep that gentle exercise going. Helen B says, yes, more info on menopause. Sue Wood says, wow, fabulous metabolic rate. You're definitely doing the right things. And Robin says, great class and great discussion. Well, thank you very much indeed. I'd really love to know if you like these discussions, because I am kind of pondering on things that I can bring into this channel in the future. We wouldn't lose anything, but I am thinking about whether to have some videos that maybe are just discussion. So not me on my own, but me perhaps discussing things like this with another expert. So if that's something that you think, yeah, you'd like to see that on my channel, do let me know, because that's kind of what's on my mind, that it might be a good addition to everything else that we do. Anyway, that is it for today. It's been fantastic spending the time with you all and getting to know you all as well a little bit better, finding out what you're going through, what's working for you. Do remember the most important thing is that you feel good in here, because that will bring you to class every day. Try and do a little bit of movement every day. And remember, if you are in perimenopause, or you're going through menopause, or you're the other side, do be kind to your body. Yes, you can work hard, but you also have to remember you have to give yourself a little bit more time to recover. And whatever your chosen love is, whether that's tennis, running, you can still do all of that, but remember to support that, doing those things with regular Pilates, because Pilates will condition your body and give you all-round strength, mobility and flexibility. And having those three things will mean you can go and do all those other things that you love. All right, so thank you very, very much. I'm just seeing lots of people saying, yes, you'd like to see the discussions. So just acknowledging all of you saying that. Yes, 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 health talks. Great. Thank you very much, everyone, for your feedback. Have a beautiful day and take care. I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.